So, hello guys in the internet. I am here today making what is going to be my first video, or at least my first video in which I am speaking. I'm making my predictions, my personal predictions to how the World Cup in Brazil this year in a couple of months it's going to finish, it's going to end up. I saw several videos on the net, so I think why not, I could give it a try. So here I am making a try at this video, so you could see what are my ideas on this World Cup and on the teams that are going to go there. So I hope you like it, hope you enjoy it. Here we go. I'm trying to be brief. We have first Group A with the host Brazil, then Croatia, then Mexico, and then Cameroon. Brazil, of course, are a great team and they are the hosts, so I think that they're going to be on the top of the group. Of course, I think that most of us agree in that. In the second place of this group is going to be a little tough. Why? Because they are all good teams, but not too good. What I mean, sorry. Croatia, European, good, but not too good. They are not a great team as other European teams. They have a good football playing, but they are not awesome. Mexico barely qualified to the World Cup. The United States made them a great favor by eliminating Panama. So that was a very close qualifying to the World Cup. And Cameroon, of course, they are a great team, but they don't have a great level neither. So I think that Croatia, as the European, is going to be in the second place of the Group A. Then we have Group B, which is a tough one. We have Spain, current champion, the Netherlands, current runner-up, Chile, a powerful South American team, and Australia, a regular team. Say it's not too good, but not too bad. Now that they are going to play in the Asian qualifiers, I think that we're going to see them very often in the World Cups. But whatever. Here is going to be the big controversy of my video, because I'm going to put not only my ideas over football, but my personal ideas. Why? Basically, I don't like Spain. I don't like them. They are a good team, and I can't deny them that. They are awesome. They have great players. Then they have a great team, but I don't believe in them. And second, I don't believe in them because there's this curse that the news and all these people has been talking about with the champions of the World Cups, and it's that the champions make a terrible World Cup in the next 4 years. We saw last year Italy barely qualifying to the second round and being eliminated, and we have France eliminated, I think, in the first round in the World Cup in 2001. I don't remember if they were eliminated in the first round, but they made a terrible World Cup there. So I think that not only I don't like Spain, but I'm holding on to that curse to support my ideas on this team, on this group. And to me, this group is going to be won by the Netherlands, because we all know that they have a great team and they are getting better and better. The players are going, most of them are playing in great leagues in the world, in Europe, and I think they're going to make a great World Cup. And in the second place, here's the controversy. I think Chile, it's qualifying to the second round in the second place of the Group B. Why? Because they are a great team. They are a great team, and they are not as confident as Spain is. What I mean is that Spain is so confident in their own skills that they are going to miss several important things regarding training and regarding the good development of a team. And Chile has several figures that Spain has not considered yet. Alexis Sanchez and Arturo Vidal and so on and so forth. So I think that the big match in this group is going to be Chile versus Spain. That's going to be the main match to watch. Why? Because there's where it's going to be chosen who's going to qualify to the next round. And to me, it's going to be Chile. In Group C, we have Colombia, a pretty powerful South American team. They're gathering up a great team lately. We have Greece, a European team, of course, pretty good as well. They have won one European Cup lately. I'm not sure if it's 4 years ago. I'm not sure. The Ivory Coast, big figure in African football, and Japan, which is getting as well better and better, and teams are not watching them carefully. They're going to make a good World Cup. Sorry, a good World Cup because no one's noticing them. So in this group, it's a little bit tough because they are almost of the same level in this group. Where I'm going to say that Colombia is going to end in the top of the group. Why? Because if they organize themselves, they're going to be a big surprise in the World Cup because they have a powerful team from the middle of the field and further. Their midfielders are awesome, playing the greatest cups on the greatest teams in the world. And in front of the team, they have, of course, several other players, pretty good. If their biggest figure, for example, Falcao Garcia, recovers from its injury, it's going to be a very dangerous team. But if they can count with him, still it's going to be a pretty dangerous team. So I think that they're going to finish in the top of the group. In the second place, it's pretty tough one to see, but I'm saying that Japan is going to be second in the group. Why? Again, because they're a fast team. I saw the game against New Zealand, and I've seen some matches from the Asian qualifiers, and they are a fast team. I can't believe how fast they are. They are short, they are small, they are pretty dangerous because they are fast as hell, and they're going to get that defense to shreds. The defense of teams as Greece, which is not so fast, and the Ivory Coast, which is fast but not as fast as Japan. So I think that they're going to finish in the second place of the group. So hello guys, sorry for that interruption. We were headed to Group D, the Group of Death, as everybody has called it, and with a lot of reasons, because it has several good teams. Almost all of them are great teams. We have Uruguay, which barely qualified, but still it was fourth in the last World Cup, so we have to take it into account. We have poor Costa Rica, which is going to be the victim, I presume, of these giants of this group. And we have England, which is a great group as well, and one of the biggest teams of Europe. And Italy, of course, as well, one of the biggest ones, with several great players that must be taken carefully. So, of course, as this is the group of death, we will have to take it carefully, and we will have to take into account several things. In my opinion, in this group, the team which is going to end first is Italy, mainly because they have a great young team which is starting to find their way. They're starting to work together in their own ways, and they're starting to find each other. So I think that they're going to make a great World Cup, and they're going to end first in this group. Then in the second place, well, here we have two great teams, Uruguay and England, which are pretty good. Those matches in the World Cup are going to be awesome. But I think I'm going for the South American team, Uruguay. Why? Because England is a great team, but they play terrible World Cups. They have great players and they have a lot of potential, but somehow, I don't know why, even English people know that they play terrible World Cups, even though they have most of the best players of the world and one of the toughest football leagues. So I don't know why, I don't know what the reason is but England usually plays terrible World Cups, and I think that's going to be repeated here. So Uruguay is going to get ahead in that match, in this group. Then we go to the next four groups, which are going to be relatively easier than the first ones because the teams are not so hard to pick. We have Group E, one of the European surprises, Switzerland, Ecuador, a great team from South America, now a regular in World Cups. It's been a while in which they've been coming to almost all of the World Cups in the last 20 years, I presume. Most of them, not all of them. France, another reference from European football, of course, and Honduras from the center of America, which has qualified to the World Cup as well recently and has a great young team, as several others in the World Cup. Here, it's a little bit tough, but I think I'm going for France. Why? Maybe they are not at their best, and they made a terrible World Cup in South Africa, the last one. And I think that they are going to redeem themselves in this World Cup because there's a name they have to show in the World Cup, and they are going to play for that. So I think that the reputation and the great football playing that they have, of course, is going to be determinant in this group. And in the second place, I'm going for Ecuador. Why? Because people underestimate Ecuador, have underestimated Ecuador for so long. And this time is the chance that they have to make a great World Cup because, let's face it, they are in a quite, quotation marks, easy group with some other teams which are not as tough as, for example, in Group D, in which Costa Rica has a tough matches to play. Ecuador is going to get here because, well, Switzerland, it's young team, and they have to fix several things, and Honduras, well, it's a great team, but not good enough to face nor Switzerland or Ecuador nor France. Then we go to Group F, the most unfair group of all, if you ask me, and one of the groups that makes you wonder if there was a setup in the draw of the groups. Because we have Argentina third, as we see here in FIFA's list, and one of the best teams in the world. Then we have Bosnia Herzegovina, European team. It's their first World Cup, and there's not a lot that I know from them. We have Iran here, another Asian group. Pretty good. They're not too bad, but they're not too good. They're quite easy, let's say, at least for Argentina. And finally, another regular which has been missing World Cups lately, Nigeria, the African Eagles, which are a recurrent and a representative of African football. Well, isn't it pretty convenient for Argentina to be on a team with these, or to be in a group with these teams, taking into account what happened here or here? I don't know, but to me it sounds pretty convenient. That makes you wonder about a setup in FIFA, but whatever. Let's face it. Let's deal with it and say that, of course, Argentina is going to enter in the top of the group, unless some big surprise happens. I think that all of us agree in that. And in the second place, I'm going to go for the Europeans as well as Ecuador, because no one is expecting nothing from them, and they are not going to be under a lot of pressure, so they are going to be playing at their highest peak. And of course, they are European. They have those traces of European football that are going to help them in World Cup. Of course, those are my personal. Let's go to the last two groups of the World Cup. Group G, you have Germany, second in the FIFA's list, but to me the best football team nowadays. We have Portugal, which is as well pretty good one, a European team, pretty top one. We have Ghana, African team that made it to the second round in the last World Cup and put a great difficult match against Uruguay. Though there were some issues with the referee, but we are not to discuss that here. And finally, the United States, which are not a great group, but they have proven that they can play a great game. We saw them in the last World Cup, that they made it to the second round and made a pretty good presentation there. Sorry. So, as you may imagine, I'm going to say that Germany is going to be in the top of the group. And in the second place, well, let's say that Ghana is going to be the victim here. And that between Portugal and the United States, I don't know, I think that most of this win is going to be due to Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, but that's going to be a problem in further stages of the World Cup. I'm going to talk about that later on. And finally we get to the weirdest group to me of the World Cup. Group H, we have Belgium, a pretty young team, pretty good as well. We have Algeria, which is in their second World Cup, at least in recent history, of course. We have Russia, another regular from Europe. Sometimes there was this time in which they were the Soviet Union, but well, you know what I mean. By regular. And South Korea, another regular in from Asia in this World Cup. This is a pretty unknown group, at least to me, because these teams are not so common, and they are not matched between them very often. So it's going to be full of surprises, this group. But to me, I'm going to bend over the Europeans, putting Belgium in the first place in the top of the group H, because they have a great team, a great young team with several young players like Hazard, for example, which is a great player, and they're going to make difference. That youth is going to make difference in this World Cup, because there are several new figures here in all the teams. And in the second place, Russia, because they're finding their way. They're finding their old ways to play, so they're getting better and better in football play. So guys, we have our matches for the second round. The first one is a pretty common one. It's happened at least twice in recent history. Maybe, well, of course, in the first World Cups that were in South America, that must have been more regular, but in recent history it has been regular as well, between Brazil and Chile. Of course, they are both great teams, and it's going to be an epic match, because they know each other and they are playing in South American field. So it's going to be a great match. But I'm going to say, of course, that Brazil is going to win, not only because they are the hosts, but because they have better football playing. Let's say that's what is going to make the difference between Brazil and Chile, because they are both great teams, but Brazil is better. In the second round, Netherlands against Croatia, both European groups. It's going to be a great match too, but I think that the Netherlands are going to make it to the quarterfinals with not much difficulty, at least, as Brazil is going to face, or some other groups or some other matches in the second round. We have another South American match, Colombia versus Uruguay, and it's going to be another great match, because there's a lot of recent history between these teams, and they're going to be facing in a South American field as well, in a field that they know, in a weather they know. So it's going to be great, it's going to be epic. These ones, the South American matches, are the ones that I'm going to be paying attention the most. And I say that Colombia is going to win this. Why? Because they have an awesome team that if it gets properly organized, is going to be very, very hard to defeat. If they are properly organized from the defense to their attackers, it's going to be a beast, as it has proven already during the qualifiers and during the friendly matches against the Netherlands and Belgium. It has proven that it has a great, great, great football play. So I'm going for Colombia. Then Italy versus Japan, another one that I think that has happened. At least I think that it happened in the last World Cup, but I have terrible memory, so I don't know. But I believe that it has happened. If you remember, please let me know in comments. And I think that in this case, Italy is going to make it to the quarterfinals because European football is tough, and it's from different level that Asian one, even though there are several Japanese players playing in Europe. But still, I think that Italy is going to be the winner there. Then we go here, another European match, France versus Bosnia Herzegovina. It's going to be a great team too, a great match too, between European teams. But I'm going to say that France is going to get to the quarterfinals again because they are both European, but France has a lot more of a reputation, a lot more of a way in World Cups, and that's going to be tough to defeat from Bosnia, which is playing their first World Cup, and they're going to feel going to these higher stages, and the pressure probably is going to play hard on them. So I think that France is getting to the quarterfinals. The second round, another great game between Argentina and Ecuador. It's going to be great as well, because most of South American teams know that if they neutralize Lionel Messi, they're halfway through defeating Argentina. Because of course they have several other figures, but the most important thing there is Lionel Messi, because he's the one who makes the game. He's the one who receives the ball and puts the ball to the attackers and makes the game as it is. So, as it has been proven in the qualifiers and several other games, in American Cup for example, South American teams know how to play against Argentina, and this game is going to be awesome because in those terms, if Ecuador gets to neutralize Lionel Messi properly, it's going to be a great game. But leaving Lionel Messi aside, if we put the players from Ecuador on the game and the players from Argentina to compare them, I still think that Argentina has several other great players that are going to make the difference, even if Ecuador gets to neutralize Lionel Messi. So I think that Argentina is going to win this game if they know how to move their other options properly. If they don't have Lionel Messi, if it is neutralized, so if they know how to face that, they're going to win that match and most of the matches in the World Cup. And we get to Germany and Russia. I'm going for Germany. Why? Because to me it's a better team than Russia. It has awesome players and it's a solid block, and to me it's, as I said, is the best team in the world nowadays, and it's the most solid one. It's a whole unity and a whole unbreakable unity. It's going to be pretty tough to defeat. So I'm going for Germany. And finally, you have Belgium and Portugal. Well, most of us would like to see Portugal going to quarterfinals against Argentina, to see Cristiano Ronaldo against Lionel Messi. I'm thinking that Belgium is going to make it to the quarterfinals. Why? Precisely because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Because Portugal depends harshly and depends very highly from their figure, Cristiano Ronaldo, in a spiritual level, let's say. Sorry, because it's very important for them in order to feel good with the team. If they know if they have Cristiano Ronaldo in the court, they feel safer and they feel more powerful. But that doesn't mean that they are a good team on their own. Even though they have Cristiano Ronaldo, we have seen it when we saw it in the last World Cup. A team is not made by only one player, and Portuguese guys are going to find that out again in this World Cup. They will find out that depending on Cristiano Ronaldo, it's not healthy and it's not going to work, because if they neutralize Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal it's almost zero. Almost, because of course there are several good players, but compared with the good players of Belgium, I think that the Belgium are better. So we have the quarterfinals matches here. We get here Brazil against Colombia. I'm going to go, of course, for the host. Why? Because they are at home. Brazil and Colombia are both great teams, but Brazil is better, of course. They have better tactics, better techniques, better players, better everything, and besides, they are on their home. So it's going to be a great game too, because Colombia it's a great team as well, and it's going to be a tough foe. But still, I think that Brazil is going to take advantage of their host, of their place as hosts of the World Cup. Then we go to the Netherlands against Italy. Great, awesome game. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good game as well, a good match against two giants from Europe. But I'm going to say that the Netherlands are going to the semifinals because they have a most organized defense, or it is more organized at least than the Italian one. They are both great defenses, but I think that the defense from the Netherlands is more effective than the defense from Italy, and that's going to make the difference in a game in which they have great power in their attack. Both the Netherlands and Italy have a great power in their attack, and the defenses of the teams are going to be pretty important here. So the best defense wins this game to me, and it's going to be the Netherlands. In the third match of the quarterfinals, we have France against Germany, and though the France is a great team and they're going to try their best at this World Cup, I think that the Germans are going to go to the semifinals because they are a best group and they don't have as much fails as France do. There are still a lot to fix, and the players of France are going to they need to go through a lot of knowing each other to find their game again, and since they have been in quite easier matches against Bosnia and in their group, it's not going to be too tough for them to win. But in this game against Germany, which is a great foe, one of the toughest ones, I think that they are going to find out that they still have a lot to learn to be the great team that they were once. So go. Finally, we get Argentina against Belgium, which is going to be a great match as well, because somehow they have gotten pretty similar to each other, Argentina and Belgium, though they are from different continents and that and such a thing. I think that, to me, of course, this is personal, I think they have gotten pretty similar, and they are fast teams, full of creativity in their middle section. So I think that it is going to be a great game. But of course, the figures and the players going in the best teams of the world are going to be the plus for Argentina, and they're going to get to the semifinals, and we get to one dream of semifinals in this World Cup. Dreamy matches. We having Brazil versus Germany and the Netherlands versus Argentina. I'm going to start with this match because the match of Brazil is going to be controversial. Here, well, maybe this one is going to be controversial as well, but I think that this one is going to be more controversial. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to say that the Netherlands are going to get to the final of the World Cup, to the fourth final in a World Cup. Why? Again, the same that happened here against Italy. They have great power in their middle section and in their attackers. Here in the Netherlands, we have great players which know how to move the ball to the attackers and to create a great game. As well here, of course, we have Lionel Messi, we have Snyder, and we have Robin, and we have Angel Di Maria, and they have great players, and of course their attackers are awesome as well. We have Robin Van Persie, and for example here, and we have here Higuain and Lavezzi. They are great attackers. So again, I think that the main thing, the thing that is going to give the victory to the Netherlands is their defense, because we all know, or at least we all should know, that the biggest fail of Argentina is their defense. It's their defense. They are going to break there, and if they don't organize, they're going to lose this game. To me, they're going to lose because they don't have enough strength in their defense, and the Netherlands are going to find the hole there and are going to win this game. So this is the first team in the final, the Netherlands. And here, as I said, it's going to be a little bit of controversy because I'm picking up Germany. Why? Because, again, to me, the Germany is the best team nowadays. It's the best football team nowadays to me, because they are strong, they are solid, they are not 11 guys all running after a ball. They are a great unit, and of course Brazil is not a team of 11 guys going around and chasing a ball, but they are not as organized, and they are not as strong and as a unity and as a team as the Germans. The Germans are getting to know each other in such a way in which it's going to make them unbeatable. That unity in their game, knowing how each other play, it's going to beat Brazil, because they have not only they have several young players that they still have to know each other, in a new generation of Brazilian players, but they have a flaw in their biggest figure, which is Neymar, which is hardly a team player. He always or almost always goes for the show, and the show of himself, not the show of his team. So I think that those little fails are going to be the ones that are going to give the victory to Germany in the semifinals. It's going to be a surprise to see Brazil getting eliminated in their home by an European team, but that's my personal side of the World Cup. And finally, we have the great final. Funny enough, a European final in South American fields. I'm going to get a little help from here in order to enlighten my show. And we have several dates here, several numbers, several ideas. Of course, they are the current runner-ups. They lost to Spain in the finals. Germany finished the third in the last World Cup, so they are pretty close. The Germans have won most of their games. It's 3 times their wins against the defeats, and the Netherlands is just twice. Their titles, of course, their figures: Thomas Müller and Per Mertesacker, and Ravel van der Vaart, and Ravenburg, of course, the same guy, sorry. And here their odds to win: 5-1, 18-1, and taking into account not only that, but the things that I thought before making this video, Germany is going to be the World Cup champion in Brazil in this year, in July the 12th, the 13th, I'm not sure. But the thing is that Germany is going to be the World Cup champion, again, because to me they are the best team nowadays, and they are stronger. And we've seen that the Netherlands, they have still several things to fix. They are both great teams, and it's going to be a great final to see. But to me, My personal opinion is that Germany is going to win the World Cup. So, guys, I hope that you have liked it. If you don't, let me know, but not in a rude way. Come on, let's play cool. That's what the internet is about, to say what you think freely. So if you don't like it, if you think differently, please let me know in the comments. Do as I did, make your own video and put it in as a response, or not as a response, but in your own channel. This is a great thing to do. It's a funny thing to do, and you get to say what you think, as I did. This is what I think. So I hope that you had enjoyed, and mostly I hope that you get this idea to make your own video, so I can see them, and we all the people can see what your ideas are. So thanks guys, bye bye.